All right, I kind of just wanted to do a quick little video on the new characters and kind of discuss all of the things that they, look like and how they're gonna play and all that stuff. Especially because I'm a very big fan of Project Multi, and I can't really wait for Squadra to come out. But let's go ahead and look at some of these characters. Let's go ahead and start looking at Bojack. So he actually looks pretty decent, and I think that he is a very unique sort of character for this game. His passive, the Galactic Assassin, has it where any rush attack used against an enemy hero will have it where the subordinates will also perform a follow-up attack. As you can see here, like all of that stuff will have it where they'll just start doing attacks as well. One for each of the Bojack or Team Bojack members, right? And I think it's pretty unique, all things considered, right? It's really nice to see like different sort of abilities, even though I would say like a couple of them do look kind of similar. Like this one kind of reminds me of how like Piccolo's is, for example. While it's not entirely the same, it is, similar, So even still, like I said, it is nice to kind of see some, what is it called, uniqueness to each of these characters. And then this one, the Psycho Thread, has it where the subordinates are going to be able to like just come out. One thing they didn't really show too much, and I kind of want to see it a little bit inside of the game, is they don't really have it where like they show what it would look like once you do go ahead and take out some of the subordinates. So like it says right here, call upon your members and then send out threads of energy, applies movement speed down, damages enemies within the AoE. If the subordinates are attacked enough, they will retreat, but the number will increase according to the level of the skill. And after dealing continuous damage, additional explosives will occur based on the number of subordinates remaining. So like I kind of want to see like how much do you have to actually hit these characters for it to sort of like take them out. I would assume it's not that much, considering that they want you to be able to counter it somehow, of course. But it kind of does look like once you do get this skill maxed out, it's going to be hard to take out all four, considering that but like this is a move that goes off within like 5 seconds, right? 2 3 seconds. So yeah, there's no way you're gonna be able to take out all four within 3 seconds. This ultimate also having it where it's firing all of the blasts, and then after a certain amount of time it like kind of merges into one towards the center. I think that's also going to be another just really nice ability, be able to take out a lot of the AoE sort of role for this guy. And it does, they did already say that, right? Like this is a character who's going to be specializing in AoE with a lot of his energy attacks and explosives, a lot of the beam moves that he's doing. He does look pretty interesting, and a character that I think I'm actually going to try out a lot for sure. Next we have Super Saiyan 2 Khalifa, a tank who is going to give allies boost and also boost their own damage as well. Or sorry, protect your allies and then boost your own damage. Enemies you have provoked will deal less damage to you, so that's a pretty nice passive ability, I would say, for sure. Storm Kick will have it where you do a triple roundhouse kick, and the like area effect does look pretty massive, I would say. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not this big for level 1 though. I think most of the time they always show that it is like the maxed out ability. You can move during it, which is pretty nice though, for sure. Enemies at close range will have it where that ability they were talking about at the beginning will just go ahead and last longer. Firing explosive blast performs a follow-up attack to enemy heroes on hit, and then provoked heroes will take additional damage. Again, just another pretty nice ability. Looks like something to sort of try and catch the opponent, which is really nice. Then we have energy release, which is just going to be like an AoE skill. Crush Cannon have it where you're able to move while shooting off a whole bunch of beams. You can transform, raises your damage reduction on the passive of Bring It On, and that's going to be able to be done at level 7. I actually didn't check when is Bojack able to transform? They did not say? They didn't. That's kind of weird, because this one specifically says at level 7, or can transform at level 7. Follow-up attacks once reborn, it will just deal extra damage. It probably will be around the 7 to 8 range. That's usually what it is. Next, we have Deborah. Just again, they keep adding all these characters, and each one of them just has like such a unique thing that they do, and it is really nice. So he has it where he can petrify enemies. So once you go into the demon's domain, fill up the petrification gauge of enemy heroes within a certain proximity. When their gauge is full, you can rush attack them to petrify them, stopping their movement and increasing your damage against them. As you can see, once it does fill up, you freeze them into place. Then we have the Doom's Ray, which is going to blow up the enemy as well. And then if the attack hits an enemy, it fills up their petrification gauge. The lower the petrification is, the more the gauge will fill up. It also generates an aftershock ahead of you, activates quicker if used after a vanishing step as well. The Darkness Spear throws out spears, apply no vanishing step to the enemy heroes with hit. So it's again just another like anti sort of movement ability, and then it also increases your movement as well. The Evil Flame will go ahead and spit flames and apply movement speed down. So he really does look like a sort of just relentless assault character, where like he's going to be making it where you can't escape no matter what. He's going to be applying debuffs, making it where you just literally cannot run away, you can't dash away, all of that stuff. He's just going to be incredibly hard to do. He is going to also freeze you into place. Like, he looks like he's going to be a killer on the field for sure. Then we have Evil Blast, which will just fill up the petrification gauge again on hit. Not too much to talk about with this character. I'm kind of curious to see how the damage will look like. All right, I made a point and then it didn't even matter. But yeah, he looks pretty interesting for sure. I'm kind of curious to see, because they don't really, they showed it for like almost everything else, because they were actually inside of the like sort of field. But this is the only one that we don't actually see the petrification be applied to. It says enemy heroes will be afflicted with burning and their petrification gauge will be filled. But it's the only one we don't actually see that being filled. I'm kind of curious to see how much it'll be by. But basically, this character looks like you're going to be wanting to use the Doom's Ray first, because this one will apply more when it's lower. And then you kind of pair that with the other ones that will go ahead and stop the movement. Then you pair it with the one that will continue to build up the petrification gauge, that will be the same no matter what. And then if you need to, you do the Evil Blast that will just go ahead and burn the enemy, as well as having it where, oh no, that was the third ability, not the super attack, my bad. But this one again, it's just like another one where it's just like, because they want to show it out of range, it doesn't really show the petrification gauge, but we'll see. Then we have Oob, who I'm gonna be honest, probably looks the most disappointing to me. Not disappointing in terms of like what's the way to put it? He looks very unique, and again, just another different sort of character. But it is going to be pretty hard to tell how he's going to look like without seeing a lot of these damage numbers in game. But he basically just built up as much of that cyclone as possible. Then when you want to, you just go ahead and burst that cyclone, be able to hit enemies that will get the candy status effect, and then, you know, just keep relentlessly assaulting with basic attacks, basically. And then you just have like the damage, I would assume, doubled because of the cyclone, but we'll see. Then we have, oh dude, this is probably the most broken tank so far, because he has it where he can go ahead and possess enemies. Once you land a finisher, you can take the body of an opponent, and the effect will end when the target respawns or when their HP is depleted. So basically, you would get a second health bar, and until that person is revived from, you know, just coming back, that only then will you be able to go ahead and get forced out of the body. More movement speed down, as you can see here. Then you can go ahead and possess allies as well, or do backup fire, excuse me, which will apply lifesteal to the possessed ally hero. Your HP will replenish over time as well, and you can provide that backup attack to enemies, or backup attack to your allies, and then attack enemies, I should say. And then the HP of the possessed ally will recover when backup attack fire hits an enemy as well. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see how much that sort of heals as well. But just another tank character that is going to be healing your allies while keeping everyone on the field. Like I said previously, you want to be staying on the field as much as possible in these games. You don't want to be going back. So to just kind of see more and more of these tanks come out that give healing abilities like Boo, like Baby, it kind of makes sense, right? Like they want to make it where you are staying on the field as much as possible, and this character is going to definitely help with that. But anyways, let's go ahead and stop here. Baby is probably the most interesting, I will say, and that Revenge Blast will be pretty powerful, I would say. Like it doesn't show the amount of damage again, but like, dude, look at that amount of HP that you get. It is very crazy. But again, thank you all for watching, because I'll have a great week. See you guys in the next one. Peace.